Is your life in a bit of a loop, in a bit of a painful cycle where you feel like you're not moving forward in any way in your life? Do you feel like you're having trouble manifesting, where you might be putting together vision boards, you might be creating and setting intentions, and you might be doing all the right things, but just keep getting caught up against barriers and roadblocks, and you just feel like you're in a bit of a Groundhog Day? This is really, really normal. And I just want to really emphasize to you that you're not doing anything wrong and there isn't anything wrong with you. But starting to become more aware of different things in our lives and different reasons why these are not showing up for you can make all the difference between success and continuing on your Groundhog Day. Now, I must emphasize to you that not everything is about the practical actions. Practical actions are absolutely needed, but in my experience, they are far from the most important thing required to meet in your goals. Everything is actually energy. Everything starts with, everything ends with energy. If we don't have our energies aligned with things, if we are not intuitively aware of how aligned we are, then we are always going to have things that are not working out for us. We're always going to be stuck in this loop where things are not going to work, right? If there's anything that might be showing up for you, whether it's a family issue, relationships, health, money, whatever it might be that's not working out for you, there's going to be a loop that you're playing that you may not be aware of. And all of that comes down to assessing, understanding, and aligning and realigning your energies so that things work better. We all have the ability to control this energy. We all have the ability to shift and change what we're doing. What we tend to have, however, is a huge amount of busyness. We're so busy that we have definitely decreased our sensitivity and definitely decreased our intuition so that we are not making choices from the right place. We tend to make choices from our upbringing, from our programming, from our super busy mind that has a billion different things in it, and we don't actually align with the best thing for us in any given moment. Learning how to master your energy and your intuition can also be very practical and easy. It doesn't have to be this deep dive into all of your secrets from childhood, and it absolutely doesn't have to involve years of your time. You already have this information and this knowledge intrinsically in you, like every other human being on the planet. Once you learn how to transform energy, you can absolutely use this for any transformation that you want to have in your life, whether it's financial, relationship, health, any of those big ticket items. You can transform all of those if you learn the tools. When you're looking at transforming something, you need to look at 3 different levels. So we already have the practical. So for example, if you want to improve your relationship, you might read a book, you might listen to the latest podcast, and you might try to communicate differently. And that can have an impact. If you're trying to get more healthy, you might try an exercise program, you might try a different diet, and you may potentially get some results. Doing things like this alone doesn't always create the desired outcome though, and unless you can align the other 2 energies, you are almost always destined to fail. The second step is mindset. Mindset is your intention and it's also your beliefs. Now, please remember that your beliefs come from a very unconscious place. It has got to do with everywhere that you've been before this moment and everything that you've experienced. And all of those things form how you see the world. They form almost veils between you and your outcome. And if you feel like you're not getting somewhere, it's usually these beliefs that are getting in the way. And if we can learn how to identify these and heal them, we can actually align our mindset and our intentions super easily. And unless we increase our sensitivity and awareness and our intuitive knowing around these things, healing those becomes much, much more difficult. The third level is looking at the intuition and the spiritual energy of something. Okay, so this is now looking at aligning energies and allowing everything to be aligned with your mindset and your intention, and also the practical movement forward. Now, if your mindset is out of balance, let's say, for example, you have a belief that relationships are always doomed to fail, or you have an intrinsic lack of trust in the masculine or the feminine, that is going to massively impact your ability to move forward with proper communication and the information that you've learned about healing relationships. If you have a belief or some kind of unresolved trauma where you actually believe that eating cake is the only way to move forward when you're stressed, then it's going to be really hard to maintain healthy eating habits when this becomes your go-to thing. But when you can actually learn quickly and easily how to identify and move through and heal these things, as well as aligning your energy to it, aligning your chakras, aligning your energy field and your auras, you actually really are able to very quickly and easily align those three energies: the spiritual, intuitive energy, the mindset and intention, and the practical. And then all of a sudden you start to create synchronicities in your life. You start to learn how to create and heal things as you move through life. And then all of a sudden you can start reaching into your future, visualizing it and pulling it towards you. The universe always co-conspires with you to create these things if you are aligned on an energetic level, if your intuition is aligned with you. Your intuition is always trying to talk to you, but we don't always remember how to 100% tune into it and know for sure that that's what we're following. And when we can learn the practical steps and the practical tools to do it, then we can actually unlock everything that we're wanting and create that life by design. Even when it comes to money, by removing energetic and spiritual blocks, we can actually raise the ceiling of our money mindset and our money capacity just by aligning energy. It's really very exciting. With body healing, we also have incredible evidence of spiritual teachers and energetic healers helping another person to heal just through the transformation of energy. It's a very powerful modality, and people are waking up more and more to this as an actual practical way of being and a way to accelerate any success that they're looking for. If you want to achieve any goals in life, it's super important that you look at all three levels every single time. So looking at the practical and the mindset and the intuitive energy, and aligning them all every time, and really bearing in mind that intuitive, spiritual, energetic power is the most potent. It is the one that's actually going to transform you the quickest and the easiest. Anyone can learn how to do this. It is actually super easy to learn, and you don't have to have any special powers or abilities or prior learnings. You don't need to know anything. You just have to want to show up and do it for yourself. So there are three energies required to master powerful spiritual connection and also to harness your intuition. So the first one is practice. It's really important to practice as often as you can. Like anything, the more you practice, the more your sensitivity gets heightened, the more your intuition gets heightened, the more your awareness becomes heightened as well, and you can rediscover all of these hidden abilities inside yourself. The other thing that I've discovered over many, many years, when I give people a bit of advice from my one-on-one sessions to go and do stuff on their own, I tend to find that it becomes extremely